All right, well, I thought I had a little more left there, but I guess I don't. Nothing new here, guys, just my favorite wine that I can find on the ship. This is the Rancho Zabaco. I've talked about it before. Truly, if you guys can find this where you are, this is quite possibly one of my most favorite red wines I've ever had. It is a red Zinfandel, and it is from Dry Creek Valley, Sonoma County, 2016. It says it has notes of cherry and blackberry, and it's great with grilled beef, lamb, and pork. And I just have to say, this is something that I can come home and pour myself without pairing it with food at all, just for, like, you know, that nice end of day glass of wine. And it's not too much. It's really smooth. It's the right amount of dry and earthy, but also has some fruity notes to it. I'm obsessed with this. So today I'm going to be showing you my updated skincare routine. I like to do one of these videos about like every 3 to 4 months because obviously skincare is not something that necessarily changes that much. And when you find something you love, at least for myself, I tend to really stick with that. But I have changed things up a little bit, and I think it's for the better. So I want to show you guys what I've got going on currently. So I'm going to start with my daytime routine, and then I'm going to end with my nighttime routine and show you some of the masks that I'm loving. Okay, so for daytime, I cannot get away from the Glossier Milky Jelly. This is something that I've been using since day one on YouTube. I love the jelly consistency of this. I think it's really gentle on your skin. It doesn't strip away my oils. Sometimes in the morning I wash my face, sometimes I don't. It just depends on how I'm feeling. A lot of people don't like to wash their face in the morning because it can strip away oils that, you know, are good for you. But if I do use a cleanser, morning or night, it's always going to be my Milky Jelly cleanser. So now we're going to move on to moisturizers before makeup application. And I'm really loving the Fourth Ray Face Milk. This particular type is the turmeric, which I think is really great because turmeric has anti-inflammatory properties. It's just so light and moisturizing at the same time, which is the perfect thing to put on before foundation because I don't want anything too heavy or else I feel like my foundation doesn't set in the right way. And then sometimes, you know, I just want to be extra dewy, or if I'm going makeupless, I will seal in that face milk with the Glow Up face oil from Fourth Ray. Again, this is a really nice light face oil. I am just really digging me some face oils. Ooh, my hand is so moisturized. So if you aren't familiar with Fourth Ray, they're basically ColourPop's skincare company, and therefore the price point is just insane. I think these are around $10 a piece. You can only find them online right now, and I will of course link everything down below in the description box so you can just click right on it. I also of course use eye cream day and night. I am still hooked on my Ole Henriksen Banana Brightening Eye Cream. This is such a moisturizing eye cream. It's great before makeup application. I tend to go a little lighter with it before makeup application, and then at night I kind of pack it on a little bit more. This eye cream is vitamin C and collagen boosted, and I go underneath my eyes, and I also do my lids. Guys, don't neglect your lids because you know those things are going to come hanging down soon. Before I move on, I just want to thank you guys so much for all of your comments on my last video regarding negative comments and things like that. Most of the comments I receive are incredibly positive, and there was a specific outpouring of positive energy on that particular video that I want to thank you guys for. Thank you guys for being amazing subscribers. I have some of the most loyal, kind-hearted, supportive women watching my channel, and men. I just really do feel very grateful, so thank you so much. Also, I should point out that there was a winner of my 10K ColourPop giveaway, and her name is Lynn. So congratulations to Lynn. I hope you enjoy all of your goodies, and thank you to everyone who entered the giveaway. So now I'm going to move on to my nighttime routine, which is of course a little bit more extensive. Again, of course, I use my Milky Jelly cleanser first, wash it off with warm water, pat my face dry, and then I double cleanse. So I will either go in with my micellar water. Okay, that still has the busted price tag on it. Cute. Basically, I interchange between this and my Ole Henriksen Balancing Force Oil Control Toner. On nights when I want to use maybe another sort of AHA product, or I want to use a mask, I go a little bit gentler and I just double cleanse with my micellar water, which does the trick. I ran out of my little Glossier cotton rounds on the ship, so I'm just using these Quo luxury cotton facial pads, and these are pretty good. They don't leave any residual cotton on my face. Also, I should mention that AHA stands for alpha hydroxy acid. It is a pretty intense exfoliant. If anyone out there is struggling with obviously oily skin, acne, blackheads, things that you want to pull out and really just get in there and cleanse your skin, I cannot recommend this enough. I'd take cotton square and I'd very generously douse it with this product. Start from the jawline up to my forehead, just sweeping it all over my skin, really getting in the nooks and cranny of your nose. And I do take it down onto my neck as well, because we don't want to neglect our necks. So the next thing I'm going to move on to is something that I consider to be kind of life-changing. And I know it sounds a little bit extra because admittedly, I've only been using it for a very short time. However, the way it has impacted my skin is incredible. I have seen results in that short period of time. This probably isn't going to surprise anyone, but it is a Drunk Elephant product. I finally went ahead and bit the bullet, got my first Drunk Elephant, and I am like so impressed. This is also a mouthful. It's called the TLC Framboos Glycolic Night Serum. I did get a couple samples of this beforehand just to see how I liked it. I really researched the product, and in terms of glycolic serums, this came up #1 on almost every single list I read. It is a high-tech AHA BHA gel that resurfaces dull, congested skin by gently lifting away dead skin cells, dramatically improving the appearance of skin tone, texture, fine lines, wrinkles, and pores. The result is the look of greater clarity and luminosity practically overnight. The first night I used this and I woke up the next morning, I had a face like a baby's ass. I got on Marco Polo and like shouted it from the rooftops to all my friends. This in one night, I can already tell a difference. You have to go out and get this product. My skin was tight, not dry, but tight. It was like my pores were finer. It was just like everything was pulled back, and it was so incredibly smooth. It says this is a 12% AHA BHA blend, and it has raspberry extract, and it is meant to refine and retexturize. It says you can also mix this with the virgin marula oil for maximum effectiveness. I don't use that face oil, but I use another one, which I'm going to move on to in a second. The packaging is absolutely brilliant. Look at this. That's just so satisfying. Like, no extra product is getting anywhere. I use it and then I just shut that shit down, and I just really enjoy that. This is like an I'm not worthy situation. This is insane. Drunk Elephant Glycolic Night Serum, good job. The other thing I wanted to mention about this is that because this is so intense, and again, it is an exfoliant, it has AHAs, I'm not going to use something else that has AHA on the same evening. Does that make sense? It's going to be too much exfoliation for your skin, and that's really going to get you nowhere. If I use this, I make sure that I just double cleanse with something like a micellar water, something that's really gentle. And then if I want to use this, I just lay off of this. So I pretty much like interchange these. A lot of my advice about skincare comes from my friend Penn Smith Skincare. If you haven't checked out her channel, you absolutely should. She has so much great advice. She is an advanced esthetician, so she actually advised me on my current routine. I will say the only major hole in my skincare routine right now is that I'm not currently using a retinoid. I was using the Sunday Riley Luna Sleeping Night Oil, and that was a retinoid, but I ran out. Next time I do a skincare video, I'll have something like that in my routine. So another AHA that I'm loving, and I did mention in a previous video, is my Glow Recipe Watermelon Glow Sleeping Mask. Again, if you're using another form of alpha hydroxy acid, you don't want to use this because it's just going to be too much. You got to kind of pick one for the evening. It's really light, but really packs in the moisture at the same time. And the thing I love about it is it doesn't leave a really greasy, thick residue. I cannot stand going to bed at night feeling like I have something like sticky and heavy on my face. And it also legitimately smells like a watermelon. So there's that. Okay, so those are all of my chemical exfoliants I wanted to show you. And there is a difference between a chemical exfoliant and a physical exfoliant. So our physical exfoliants in this case are going to come in the form of a mask. One of my new favorite brands is Summer Fridays. They're made from all natural ingredients. I literally feel like I'm putting like I don't know, like a forest on my face. This is the R&R mask. What does it have? It's delicately ground wild rose powder to whisk away dead skin cells that just can't take a hint. You're getting a moisturizing and an exfoliating mask in one. I don't know if you can see like those little sort of like pinkish flecks in there. If you want to just treat show self, you need to get this mask, because at the end of a long day with a glass of red wine, damn, that's where it's at, kids. The other mask of theirs that is also exfoliating is the Overtime mask. It is a pumpkin mask and it has oat kernel proteins and free radical fighting antioxidants. It's brightening and it's the ultimate glow getter mask. Guys, it literally smells like pumpkin. Whew, I guess I'm a basic bitch because that is good. I really love the brand. As I said, it's all natural, it's vegan, it's paraben free, it's all the things. You can find Summer Fridays at Sephora. So I obviously like to have a few different kinds of masks, so that sort of covered our exfoliating masks. This is my favorite current purifying mask. This is the Cupcake Mask from Lush. When I use this, shit comes out of my face. And I know that doesn't sound great. You're like, well, I don't want shit to come out of my face. I don't want blemishes. I don't want to see that. But you do want to see that, because if it doesn't come out, you know where it is? In your face. This just sucks everything out. It's a deep cleansing mask that softens your skin, and it uses Razul mud and cocoa powder, and it's pretty thick. You keep it in the fridge. I will say that some people are like, oh, it's not the most spreadable mask ever. Well, you know what? Small price to pay, in my opinion. I think this is actually a really fantastic dupe for the Sand and Sky mask, which is like my #1 purifying mask. But this comes really close, and the price point on this is fantastic. I think it's between like $10 and $15. The last mask I'm going to show you is something I picked up recently. This is the Fomo jelly mask from Lush, and I've never used one of their jelly masks. It's really fun. Oh, it smells so good. I mean, this is another mask that smells like straight up roses. It's a very thick jelly consistency. Like, that's not going anywhere, folks. And you just pinch off a little bit. Come on. Come on. And then you just basically sort of make a paste with it and just rub it into your skin. It stiffens pretty quickly. It dries really fast. It's supposed to be soothing, and it's supposed to dial down redness. So this is a great mask to do after any type of exfoliation. You could do it after, you know, an AHA. You could do it after one of these masks that are physically exfoliating. See, I'm trying to help you guys, because when you go to Lush, you better freaking know what you're gonna buy. You know what I mean? If you don't, the vultures are coming. As a person who has worked in retail quite a bit in my life, I totally recognize that that pushiness that you're experiencing when you go into a store like Lush is not the sales associate's fault. It's basically coming from upper management. So I blame them, because I cannot get out of that store fast enough. Lush, oh my God, I love you, but also leave me alone. The last thing I want to show you guys is my favorite current nighttime moisturizer. Sometimes I'll use it in the day as well, and that is the Pharmacy Honey Grail. Guys, I have been using this for at least a month now, and I have to say, this is quite possibly the most luxurious moisturizer I have ever used. Again, another company that is all about all natural ingredients. I just love anything that has to do with their honey line. If y'all have been watching my channel, you know how passionate I am about the honey potion mask. This is no exception. It's made with their proprietary honey, sea buckhorn, and 5-flower oil blend, and it's packed with essential fatty acids and nutrients for healthy looking, revitalized, glowing skin with no greasy afterfeel. And I do have to confirm that this is an oil, and obviously when you put it on, it is going to feel like an oil. It's going to be incredibly moisturizing, which is kind of how I want to feel at the end of the day. I want to feel like I'm really just packing in that moisture. But when I wake up in the morning, I just feel like my skin is glowing. I don't see any residual greasiness. I don't see oiliness. I just think this is a fantastic balance to all of the products I just showed you. And of course, all of this routine should be done with a glass of red wine. I mean, duh. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. If you are enjoying my channel, I would love it if you could click that subscribe button, and also that little bell with the parentheses around it right underneath my video. That is going to alert you anytime I drop a new video. Okay, bye!